Hello, welcome folks to another Legacy stream. Totally forgot that I've grown so accustomed to the thing updating by itself. So we played the first league, and it seems like Thassa Circle is the premier win condition for a bunch of combo decks right now. So what I'm doing is I'm trying out a couple of Hushbringers in their sideboard. There are a couple of versions of this card. There is the Griff that's 3 mana and has flash. There's the 1/3 that the 1/3 from Ixalan, I think. But I think that this is going to be the best one, mostly because it also stops dying triggers. Not only the ATB triggers, but the dying triggers are relevant because of Hogak specifically, because you can stop the zombies from coming. And I think that's it. I guess Dredge, like same thing. You get to stop the bridge from below value, but yeah, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the 1/3 is better, but I really doubt it. Like, decks that I would be bringing this in maybe have Massacre. Massacre is the only card that I could consider being in the conversation. So maybe this is worse against Massacre specifically, but yeah. Besides the rest of the deck, I'm still trying out Titania or Primetime. The Pig is still up for debate. We have a bunch of cards that it's kind of meh. And again, things like the second Sylvan library could potentially be something like a Thalia if we feel like we are in a metagame where, combo is omnipresent. Well, maybe I would like to have access to a third copy of Thalia instead of having access to Sylvan library, or main deck Spirit of the Labyrinth, etc, etc. The Sand has Splinter Twin, so I'm going to keep it. Don't think the 1/3 stops the development triggers to hash from. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. That is what I was trying to say. Splinter Twin assembled. Here we go. Yeah, both the 1/3 and the Griff stop ETBs only. Snow-covered island into brainstorm. So far, this could be a variety of things. Maybe some form of snow control is where my mind would go after seeing an opening like this. And if this is indeed snow control, then I think that we are super far ahead. Yep, we're crazy far ahead right now. I could play the Dryad, but the problem with playing the Dryad is if my opponent does have the Force, then we get got. So I'd rather just once upon here and just slowly but surely continue developing my game plan. Oh, no land? Well, I'm probably not even going to once upon if my opponent doesn't have a land, because I don't want them to be able to use their cards. I'd rather them discard their cards. I'm winning anyway. Go to cleanup. They do have Udo. Yep. So I guess it's just let's once upon and see what my opponent does. If they want to 2-for-1 themselves to force here, I think I'm okay with that. Pig. But there's literally no reason for me to do anything here. Ice Fang. You got it. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Zombies. Zombies. More zombies. Gonna play a Sharn because I think I'm okay letting this go. If my opponent doesn't get to take the hint here, you know. Okay. It's gonna take forest. Now they can't sack the Vista, which means that I don't have to exile my opponent's graveyard, so I can just take my time and yeah, I guess they figure out that they can't fetch with the pig in play. So this matchup seems very good for us, I would say. Having played it 0 times, seems like our deck is naturally well suited against what my opponent's doing. So not too much sideboarding. I'm gonna be keeping in the knight. I'm gonna be keeping in the knight because of back to basics. They only show me blue and green cards. A Reclaimer, great again, indeed. If they want to trade a snake for this, that's okay with me, I think. We're gonna have answers to anything my opponent could have here. If they play Uro, we eat it with Scavenging Ooze. That's annoying, but we have Wasteland, so it's not a big of a deal. Yep, there's Uro. Okay, so we're just gonna eat it with Windsor Heath, with Scavenging Ooze, sorry. I think they should have done it the other way around. They should have played the Vista. Unless they drew the Vista off the Uro, which is possible, I guess. Is it bad that I want to buy into Liga just to play this? Not only is it correct, but it's the only right play. I'm not willing to trade Scavenging Ooze for the snake. Do I want to expose the rig? There's no way they have a sweeper. I'm gonna get so got by this. I'm gonna get so freaking got by this. Guess that's a card. Wrecked. So wrecked. So friggin' wrecked. So they're playing 3 colors. They're just playing Bug. If this is Dead of Winter, I think we pack it in. I'm gonna play the Spirit here to play around Hollow Breacher, I guess. Which my opponent could definitely have right here. Does this combo with Path? I guess it combos with Field of Ruin, but it doesn't combo with Path because I am the one that can choose to not search, I think, right? Is that correct? Is that how that works? I think that's how that works. Four mana. What do you got for 4 mana? Teferi. It's not a bad one to have. So if they bounce my Spirit, they do get to draw the card. So they're playing straight up 4 colors. They're playing straight up 4 colors. I don't think I play around sweepers. Pichin Udo. I don't think I can beat sweepers, so. If my opponent has a sweeper, they got me. They can throw both cards away to prevent it fairy from dying, but don't think it's a great idea. Decay Reclaimer. Okay. They're throwing so much shit in the garbage. To save that fairy? Is it even worth it? Are we still in this game? We're not in this game, are we? We're definitely not in this game. And I don't think I'm playing around Snapcaster Mage. Oh, shit, that's right. Another opposition agent. Okay. So next turn we can apparition the opposition agent. And then we can clear the Tef, theoretically. Honestly, like, the freaking snake is pretty threatening here. Quaddle is definitely an issue. Brutal. That's fucking brutal. That is fucking brutal. We could have Savines there, but I think that getting the library online is going to be more important. It's the third brainstorm. All of them the worst possible art. So 2 Udos are gone. Okay, no snake to worry about anymore. And no Hull Breacher. Yeah, their mana seems just non-functional. That sucks. Get it back. The good thing is we do get to clear the Tef here, which is nice. Because they can't snake me. Teferi down. Keep them a little bit short on mana. Get back our library. There's definitely argument for getting back Spirit of Labyrinth there as well. I think library is going to be better. Sure. Looking for lands. Caracas. How are we winning this game? Like, we're actually winning right now. How is it even possible that we're winning? Maybe I should have paid for the Zenith there. I don't think so, though. I'm an idiot! I'm a stupid idiot! I have the plow in my hand. God damn it. Why am I so stupid? God damn it. I need to get used to playing around this card. I think we don't play around another snake. We just start beating down. They have the snake. Fuck me. Okay, we're not winning anymore. No win anymore because I'm stupid. I am so stupid. Also, I didn't gain life there. I should have gained life. Let's have Cotsinelle. I guess my opponent's at 5. Excuse me, what? Oh shit. Wait, what? Target player may put into their hand from their library then shuffle. Skills value target player may put into their hand from their library then shuffle. What? That is very confusing. So we're gonna have to chomp with the apparition. It's like 4-color Aluren. Like my opponent would not have been able to cast one of their cards in hand if it weren't for me just being an idiot and playing into the opposition agent twice. Twice. So their mana seems just not good. Hardcast Force. I think I'm gonna use Thalia. I'm gonna use Caracas to bounce my Thalia. They can't? Oh, they can't Hardcast Force, never mind. How many forces? They use 2 forces. So now we can... Wasteland doesn't do anything, so I guess I'd rather have infinite blockers. We go down to 1. So if opponent serves with the Quaddle, I guess I plow it in response. Wait. There we go. Hold. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Reclamation for apparition. Yes, let's make a copy and let's get Spirit of the Labyrinth. Play this thing. Can we get there? I know that's that it stops my library, but it stops my opponent's cantrips, which seems a lot more important. Like, I know I have 2 Zeniths on top of my deck, right? Cards on top of my deck are just great. Wow! I can't believe we got there. I just can't believe that we got there. That was just silly. Like, I just mindlessly played into my opponent's own board opposition agent because I'm stupid and I missequenced my cards, and we still got there. Keep. I'm gonna go with a basic forest, I think. To testing, I think that Coco and Flagstone Reclaimer can live together with MDFC. What? To Yoshimo Green White Coco, I thought about modern deck including Coco and Reclaimer. Here's the result. I tested it today with a friend and I'm very happy with it. I made 3 matches and 1-2 against DNT, 2 against Sauna. Okay. Coco and Flagstones can live together. It's possible that they can. I ever thought about streaming with modern humans? If you would like me to play anything, Flipperipa, I have the donation option, so that's what I do for people who want me to stream anything specific. Opponent, are you there? I'd like to play some Magic. They mull to 6 and now they're tanking hard. In the meantime, we can appreciate the beauty of this art. We can also appreciate the beauty of these art and these art. Blue-green. Seems like the line here. I'm probably going to try to sacrifice this Dried Ivory on my next turn. Gross. Because it's possible that my opponent could be playing Delver. And they could also be playing Stifles. So now Bolt is basically dead for them. They can pair up with another Bolt and they can kill a Reclaimer, but another drop. This is a Goyf. My Reclaimer is actually larger than their Goyf. We could get Stifle and that would suck, but it's fine. Although I guess that's not bad because it means that I get one free roll here, which is nice. On the other hand, it's starting to look more and more like my opponent is playing some form of combo, which I'm not excited about. Because again, our hand doesn't line up particularly well against combo. The perfect brainstorm. I appreciate my opponent choosing the correct brainstorm arts. It really is possible for my opponent to just be running Delver right now. If that's the case, we get some zombies next turn, which is great for me. It requires me to main phase activate these Flux Stones, but basic forest. I guess it is Delver. Do you want to force this? Be my guest. Fizz Devil, that's the slower Delver hand ever. Yeah, I mean, with basic forest, it's kind of weird. Dak fighting. Okay, so maybe it's not Delver. Maybe it's just punishing Dak. Or Strifopile, or however you want to call the deck. Happily taking 4 from this Goifo. It would suck if they have Wasteland because this list has been running one Field of the Dead, so... Yep, take 4. Yeah, it is just Strifopile. Udo, yeah. We have Bog. Brainstorming response, that's very random. Or whatever. Yeah. So I guess it's just a version of Strifopile. It's just a version of Strifopile that's RUG instead of 4 color. Okay. Alright, that sounds kind of neat. It's like RUG Punishing Fire. It's always weird whenever there's a matchup where we want both of this, but I think this is such a matchup. I think that this is such a matchup. Could be the coding deck pile from ways back. I think that was just RUG. I don't think that they are playing coding. It could be. It could be, but I doubt it. Like, that card is hilarious. Like, there's like joke value on playing that card, but it's not very good, right? Just another. That match was just another example of turn 1 Reclaimer going unanswered and then just completely taking over in a Reclaimer fashion. Force. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. I can Zenith or I can Spirit. I think I'm gonna Zenith. Particularly when I put in forcing the first Reclaimer, right? Like, that tells me that they don't have like a Bolt or a P-Fire. Otherwise, they would have just like let the Reclaimer resolve and just Bolt or like shock my Reclaimer. So also, I'm kind of interested in using this before my opponent has access to potentially. All right, that's not a card I was expecting. Not a card I was expecting. Obviously, X was 2, so that didn't do anything, and I don't know why my opponent played that, but that was cute. Nice. This is fine. Like, if my opponent has another spell starter sprite, they do get to counter this one. But at the same time, they have another spell starter sprite, so that's good for me, because that's not a very good card. Last one will be cute here. Not hitting land drops is brutal. Unfortunately, we just had to. Oh, wow! The third sprite is massive. Oh my god. Wow, I'm actually gonna lose to its third spell starter sprite? It's disgusting. I don't think I had too much of an option, though. We get back grabbing app, but like we're just so far behind. We just have to chump. We can chump with Dryad Arbor. And then next turn with Dryad, we go down to chump with Dryad Arbor. We take no, we're still dead. Wow, the third spell starter sprite got me. Okay, so they're definitely playing a lot of creatures. They're not just a straight up control deck. I don't think I'm gonna be bringing in Tabernacle, but that's the kind of deck they're playing. I still think that we should be favored, so I'm not too worried about this. Spell Stutter Sprite. Now that's a Legacy Legal card. When was the last time that I've seen a Spell Stutter Sprite cast against me? Probably 2 or 3 years ago, and it was in Modern. I don't think I've ever had Spell Stutter Sprite cast against me in Legacy. No, maybe I did. Yeah, at one point the Ninja's deck was playing Spell Stutter Sprite. I don't know if they are still playing it, but at one point they were playing it, so that's super cute. Doesn't seem very good, but it's super cute. And maybe it is good. Maybe I'm just undervaluing it. Sad face. Happy face. Probably gonna ship the Yasharn here. And I guess I'm gonna go for Savannah because going for Savannah because of Apparition, which I could draw. Ooh, okay. This hierarch's getting plowed. Legacy 2010, 2011 in a RUG list with Standstill, Muta or Mishra. Wow. Everything you just said sounds great. Was Mutable legal then? Yeah, I guess it was, because the original printing for Mutable was in like Lorwyn? Yeah, okay. P-Fire. Goif. That's a Kriegasm if I've ever seen one. That is a hella Kriegasm. Don't think I'm too worried about the Goif. Lavamancer. No, Lavamancer was from Torment. I do remember about Lavaman. Lavaman definitely was a long time ago. Our hand is pretty stacked. If this Reclaimer untaps... Okay, that basically guarantees that my Reclaimer is going to untap, which is a good thing, obviously, but... And now this coming turn, my opponent's going to have... They're going to need to have something very, very good. Let's put it that way. Take 3. Shinobi? Can you imagine if my opponent flashes seeing a Moonblade Shinobi? Swing for 3, get a 1-1. Value. Oh, this is a fairy, right? That's cute. No! No! Yeah, it's Wasteland. Because like the Dryad kind of just roadblocks the Goyf, and then the Apparition answers the Brazen Borrower. The first week after Banner Magical, yeah, hell yeah. They really are. Look at all this nonsense that's going on right here. Isn't this just delightful? Okay, that's good. That might be better. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Vendilion Click. Man, I love B-Click. I love B-Click so much. Take 3. We're gonna get a lot of 5/3s. We're gonna get a lot of 5/3s right now. That's a 5/3. Yep. And even, let's say that they have Echoing Truth for whatever reason. It literally doesn't matter. We just do the same thing we're doing right now. We just do it all again in the next turn, so... Show me that Echoing Truth, opponent. I dare you. I double dare you. Yep. Good old Spell Stutter Sprite. Good old Spell Stutter Sprite. Who would have said that the strategy of forcing my Reclaimer wasn't gonna work? And both times they pitched Days Undoing. Like, I don't understand why they had Days Undoing in their deck. Their deck seemed like a terrible Days Undoing deck. Yeah, but like they could have Hull Breacher, and they could have... Oh, you're right, Michael. But like I have grown so spoiled to the auto thing. David the Peace, thank you for the follow. I've grown so spoiled by the thing that updates automatically. Like it's broken me. It has broken me. Like this hand is fine. But both of these cards I would really wish were in my deck. I'm gonna keep it though, because, you know, turn 1 Reclaimer, and we also have Swords, so... Probably have to keep this anyway, but... I'm not stoked about it. Unless we draw exactly a Flagstones, in which case it's great. Bloodstained Mire. Storm? Volk. They chose to not shuffle. Okay, having drawn a second land, that means that we can fetch for basic here, which is nice, because if we are indeed playing against Delver, which we could be playing against Blue Red Delver, playing around Wasteland seems like a great plan. Also, our Reclaimer is a 3/4 next turn, so my opponent has this turn to get rid of it, which should be a sort of time walk. Sort of. Sort of time walk. So my opponent just told me that they are a fan of the stream, so I assume that they're gonna respect the Reclaimer. Basic Swamp. Okay, you got me interested, opponent. Oh, I just Storm. Never mind. I got excited there for a second. Peer into the Abyss. Uh-oh. I think we're supposed to play Labyrinth here. And we're supposed to hope that my opponent doesn't just kill me. They just kill me. That's it. But like the fact that we drew the Bojuki Bog, like we could bluff Bojuki Bog to potentially not die to a Bastion Flame skill, but I guess this is actually TES now that I think about it. It's not Ant because they have Burning Wish, so this is just TES. Yeah, not looking good. So if they have like any sort of random, ritual effect. Yeah, that's no good. That is no good. If they peer into the Abyss at 1, they die, right? This is templated the same as the Scourge, I think. Yeah, but it's weird because like the way that it's templated, you would think that it would be something like you round up so you go to 1. But what gets rounded up is the life that you lose. So it's a pretty interesting wording. Just gonna go for a Bastion Flame kill. Oh, just straight up tendrils. Okay, we want these, we cut these, we want these. Spirit. I'm always wondering whether we want access to Sevin's Reclamation against decks like DS and stuff, because they're gonna be decaying my stuff. So I think I want to give it a shot, see what's up. Yeah, they appear through like it's a creepy ass art. No questions there. Super fucking creepy. This hand's amazing against combo, obviously. I am super scared though, so maybe honestly I should have. I guess I should have gotten something else, right? Instead of Reclaimer, I should have gotten just a land, probably Wasteland. Because we want to watch out for. We want to watch out for Massacre. Pog. I can't sack both lands, unfortunately. I think it's worth it. So I'm forcing my opponent to have they have to have Burning Wish right now, and they have to have the Massacre next turn. Gonna do it now. If they do have the Burning Wish, though, we are kind of in trouble. Okay, that's good for me. That is obviously great. All the lock pieces. Playing green-white prison over here. I am very scared of TS though. Like they don't. It's not. It's very easy for them to kill you on turn 1. So they fetch, but they can't cast anything because there's Italian in play. Now we do get to play around Massacre here because I get to sack my planes now, and then I get to sack the dual land. The problem is if I do that, you can't, opponent. I don't know what you want to do, but you can't. What I can do though is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can put my opponent on a 2-turn clock here. Now even through the Massacre, we kill them. Because Reclaimer is a 3-4. So if my opponent has their perfect card, which would be Massacre, we still win. That's why you play Deafening Silence in your white decks. Turn to Thalia. That's probably too slow, right? That's probably too slow. I think we ship this. I think we ship this. How do we feel about it? We are on the draw. If we were on the play, I think I would keep. I think I would keep if we were on the play. But on the draw, I think that we're just going to die before we get to play our spells. Yeah, I think my opponent kept 7 too, so I think I'm just going to ship it. This seems better because we have Wasteland. So it gives me more options. Savannah. Now, what do we want to do next turn? I think I want to collect a roof next turn. Yep. Got him. So next turn we Wasteland plus... Next turn we Wasteland plus Spirit or Reclaimer activation. There you go, Michael. And I'm gonna be blowing up the underground sea. This card is just so good. This card is just so good. Psst, nothing happened. Shh. Oh. It should be donations. Why is it not working? MTG body's drunk. There you go. I literally used it like 10 minutes ago, so that's what surprised me. Should have played Waste on this past turn, right, to keep that Waste on ability open here. Yeah, you're right. You are right. Like, it's not likely that I'm gonna double Wasteland, but like I just denied myself the possibility of doing it, and it might be potentially game losing. The thing is that I'm really interested in playing around Massacre, right? So that is the reason. And it's possible that this is what my opponent's tanking here. How's the Legacy Day going? We started 2-0 in the previous league, and then we lost 3 in a row, Donnie. And now we are 2-0 again. And this is game 3. If my opponent does have Burning Wish for Massacre, we are in trouble. How is the meta looked? Fun. A lot of fun, actually. It seems like there's a lot of combo going on. So I can sack a land to bounce something. I don't think I want to do that, right? It's a trap. It's a trap. Am I just dead? Oh, come on. Well, I guess I'm just dead. The problem is if I sack the land, my opponent just Wish Claws in response, and they get the Wish Claw back in their hand, and they also get to bounce my Reclaimer. So that doesn't sound like a great deal for me. They do have Echo. Man, they had a turn 3 kill through an oof. Kind of sucks for me. They peer through the abyss is in their sideboard, so they can't actually flip it. This has to be lethal, right? It actually is, right? Yeah, the Rite of Flame, Burning Wish, trigger on the stack, sack. Yeah, this is actually deterministic. GG's. Good question, Krapkin. There's your answer. In fact, I've been making some. In case you haven't checked those out, I've been making some content for Ice. So if you use that link, it's gonna bring you to the website right here, and then you have content creators. That's me. That's your boy right there, and then favorite content. Boom. Exclusive videos. Exclusive videos. Awesome. Everybody likes exclusive. 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 No. Seems like a reasonable hand in today's legacy metagame. Okay. Loam. Sad face. They got back in Maze of it. Am I a madman? Am I a fucking madman right here? No, I'm not, right? Like this just backfires too poorly for me. Yeah, that's just bad, yeah. So we're just gonna play a fetch here, and we're gonna library. The crap goes where the crap. Okay, cool. I would have felt very stupid if I had gone for that play. So my opponent's hand right now is alive from the loam. This is really close. Field banning Legacy, you can start playing Vintage Twin. Okay, sounds like a good plan. I think I'm gonna go with library here. This digs for Bojuka Bog though. This gets me Bojuka Bog, sorry. But this digs for, like, Dryad is my best draw here because Dryad allows me to double spell. This thing gets out of hand very fucking quickly though. They're only one land drop at a turn though, but they're going to eventually find an exploration. Crop Rot. Okay. Okay. All of this is fine. P-Fire. Yep, all of this is perfectly fine. Overtaker, thank you for the follow. What do we got here? Gonna have Foothills, GQ, and Forest. No, Taiga. I mean, as long as they're playing one land a turn. So what I can do here is I can waste the Blast Zone and then bog my opponent. I think that's what I want to do. So waste Blast Zone, Natty Bog. No more loaming for you. Reclaimer. Getting there. That's scary. Yep. We were fine until here. We were fine until they found the exploration, then the first exploration found the second one. Things are not looking good anymore. Depths. Maze of Ith. They should probably go squat on themselves, though they did go through the forest already. No cards in hand. No cards in hand. The plan is obviously to dryad them out of the game here, right? Next turn we can Zenith for Night of Autumn, get rid of the Valakut Exploration. I do. I'm getting outlanded, but I still think that we are in this game if we are not just straight up ahead. What's better, one Reclaimer or drawing a million cards off of Valakut Exploration? Let me tell you, kids. Let me tell you what's better. Let's get Flagstones here. Let me tell you what's better, kids. Let me tell you what's better. So I guess I can't really take damage, can I? We got rid of the Blast Zone. If they have another one, we get super blown out, though. No, I think I'm supposed to do this. So now we Zenith for Night of Autumn. Blow up Valakut Exploration. Play my land at Intercept. Oh, they have Mace. Whoops. They took it? Oh, because they have crop rotation. Okay, I guess I'm dead. Oh, maybe they just fucked up. I could have played around crop rotation there. Maybe I should have. Now we're not dead to Merit Lage. Sweet. They could be running too, I don't know. Again, I haven't played Legacy in a really long time, so. Another Valakut Exploration. Blech. Okay. So no more Valakut win for us. We're gonna have to win through other means. Wait, when did they drop a fire? Also, why on earth would they kill my Knight of Autumn instead of killing my Reclaimer, which is now a 2/2? I want to. Oh, my button says, haha, whoops. That's not the Reclaimer. Mistakes were made, I guess. Mistakes were made. Thalia. What else do we got? Thalia doesn't matter, so I'd rather have the land, I think. 1, 2, 3. So we just field here. We can scavenge news. I think we're gonna have to wheel through field. So 1, 2 to scoos, +1, 2 to activate. This stops B-Fire. Shit. Well, the good thing is that the last card is P-Fire, right? So all right, you got my Reclaimer opponent. Good job. Or not. I mean, if you don't want my Reclaimer, just tell me. I think that Zenith is just better though. 1, 2, 3. Are they just really afraid that... They're just unreasonably afraid that I'm just going to eat their Punishing Fire? We have to be careful with Scavenging who's gaining life, because my opponent could benefit from that. Copy my field. I could sack this field in response. I think I'm gonna do that. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Strongers. Gonna get Wasteland. And then we can Zenith for Raminap so we can get it back. Unless they have like Loam, and they can Loam their... They go squatter their bog and then Loam. They naturally top deck Knackle. They naturally top deck Knackle. Damn. My opponent is the better player. Crop Rot. You playing Vesuva, opponent? That would be kind of sexy, actually. My opponent were playing Vesuva. Okay, they got their own field. Okay, that's a problem. These Valakut explorations are getting out of hand. Taking 5 damage here from all the random shit going to the yard. It's kind of insane. So I have to hold on to these Sword Splashers to exile my own stuff. So I don't die to my opponent's in-hand P-Fire. On one we go. I guess I don't want to pay for Sambo. No. No. We are paying for Tracker. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Pay for these 3. Then, but I'm just losing to these Valakut explorations. Fuck. Yeah, I think we were fine until they found the first exploration. When they found the exploration, that's when things went ape shit. And now we just don't have enough time. But they can still copy depths here. Unfortunately, I think we're fucked. This card is good. Thalia sucks. I don't think I like Collector Roof. Like, I'd rather have stuff like Apparition and Night of Autumn. Yasharn doesn't do anything. Titania is nice though. The problem with that match was that we naturally drew our Valakut and then my opponent found our Bojuga Bog, and that really messed things up for us pretty badly. No clue to that step. If I had cracked a clue, I knew that my opponent's last card in hand was a Punishing Fire, so I would have died to my opponent just casting a Punishing Fire. Wait. So the tracker is back. The record tracker is back, but it's just not accurate. Feels bad. Why aren't we playing Westvale Abbey? What? Westvale Abbey? There isn't such thing as going too deep, I guess, huh? I have played the Lance matchup a fair amount, and unless something changed, I think that we should be slightly favored. Not by too much, but I think that our deck plan lines up better against theirs. It doesn't create a hasty life linker, it flips into a hasty life linker. It's this. It's a flip card. Show me that turn one. Turn one P-Fire. Turn one P-Fire, or we're gonna be in good shape. Unless they have Bujukabog. The way was perfect with that one situation, therefore it's good. Exactly. Now that's my results-oriented chat right there. I would expect no less from you. Turn one P-Fire? No. Okay. That's probably worse. And that's the worst draw in the deck. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, I guess I have to go get another basic just so I can get Flagstones going, because if I keep drawing my planes, I'm just not going to be able to ramp with Flagstones. Oof. Deck needs more prime time. Yeah, it's one of the things that I was considering, whether I want to have access to prime time in the deck instead of Titania. Loam. Just don't blast on me, bro, okay? Just don't blast on me. I can do Knuckle. Opponent just draw. Oh, come on. Fuck, man. Really? That's so disgusting. And they needed to find it. Like they loaned first and then they looked. Instead of doing the correct thing, which is to do the opposite. And they were rewarded by it. Also, they're not taking damage, which they definitely should. Okay, things are looking bad. Okay, things are looking good. We just don't understand how to play library. To be fair, it's not easy to play library either. Okay. Five mana, we get Playfield. We get Reclaimer and Wasteland. Zombie. Blow up your field. Get in there for 3. Maybe I should have blown up the Wasteland, but like, if they want to Wasteland me, that's probably fine. Because they don't have mana to work with, and I just beat them down with these 2 Reclaimers and the Zombie. So I think I'm okay here, right? Need to find the Shadow Streamer so I can ask them why they don't run live stream. Alright, that is brutal. I guess it's not that bad. Like, they have to waste me. Are they not gonna wasteland me? It seems like they're not. But if they were gonna waste me, they should have probably taken my Field of the Dead, right? They're gonna loam. Okay, so they have depths and field. Yeah, like this is just my opponent not thinking through their turn before they go through the motions. That's the worst draw in the deck, because now we can't use Flagstones to ramp, which is brutal. Wait, do we have one more Savannah? We do, actually. Okay. So, I guess we have to sack the Savannah then. That's the last fetchable, and then we're gonna Vesuva. My Bojuku Bog. I think we actually have no fetchables, if I'm not mistaken. So this Verdant Catacomb, we just somehow managed to draw every single one of our fetchables. We drew both of our basic forests and both of our basic plains. But we still got there. That was a handoff. Turn 1 Reclaimer. Turn 1 Reclaimer and 6 lands. To be fair though, this card was nuts. This card was disgusting. That card was absolutely disgusting. That was awesome. I mean, it worked. It worked last time, huh? Reclaiming reclaimers is busted. Yep. We learned that. I mean, if they don't have loam here, we could be in fine shape. Our best draw is flagstones, drop of honey. That's an oldie but a goodie. Okay, so I guess we're only gonna get one activation of this reclaimer. I think it has to be Wasteland. Because we died to Dark Depths here. It could be Caracas. Okay, I actually like Caracas. Because Caracas actually allows me to play Skyclave Apparition. And we're probably gonna Apparition my opponent's Mox Diamond. Yep. We're gonna Apparition my opponent's Mox Diamond. Which is a weird use of Apparition. You don't often see it, but my opponent should copy my basic, probably. If they do copy my basic, I guess I'm just taking care of the Mox Diamond anyway. Yeah, I'm just taking care of the Mox Diamond anyway. Technically, they could Crop Rot here. That's also an option. Opponent. Resolves. Alright, heads up play from opponent. Heads up play for sure. Ooh, yes. Surgical Extraction, your Reclaimer. Yeah, that's not a winning play. Sorry to tell you, but that's just not a game-winning play. It's very tempting to waste here, but I really don't want to get crop rotated. So I think I'm just going to Scavenge Units. My opponent doesn't have red sources, so they can't, they will need to have the P-Fire in hand, and they will need to double take exactly a red source, which I think it's fine. I found loan, but they're only getting 1 use out of it. Okay, if you got crop rot, you got me. I think we have to push our advantage here. My opponent did have the crop rotation. Okay. They got me. What's our best draw here? I guess our best draw is Raminap or Breeze and Zenith. And my opponent's best draw is Punishing Fire, which now they actually can cast. Yep. We can P-Fire my Scavenger News. And that was the reason to keep the Wasteland, right? Because I could have gotten like Windswept Heath for Dryad Arbor and then use Dryad Arbor to... use Wasteland to kill my own Dryad Arbor and then take it from there. Ho! 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 Okay. Can we talk about how insane this card is? Just for a quick second, let's just discuss how busted this card has been every single time I've cast it. Absolutely unreal. Absolutely unreal. Alright, this card is insane. I'm into it. I am into it. Choke against my Dryad. That's so cute. Close but no, says my opponent. That's cute though, like the Dryad Arbor doesn't untap. You need to be really far ahead to be able to... for Choke to be good against me. Also, it means that... just letting my opponent know that, you know, they should probably not be playing Choke in their deck. Like, you basically would need everything to line up, right? Like, if you want Choke to be good, you need to make sure that you always have a Wasteland ready to go you need to always have a Wasteland ready to go for every single copy of Valakut or Vesuva. You need to also make sure that you have either blockers with Field of the Dead or Maze of Ith in order to always keep the Dryad in check. Because like eventually the Dryad's gonna kill you, right? Like whenever you're playing Choke in your deck against the Dryad deck, you're saying, I want you to have a Dryad forever, and I am okay with you having a Dryad forever. And that's just not true for most decks in most situations. Like, this thing is gonna kill you, right? This thing is gonna kill you eventually. Yeah. I mean... that's an example. But that's the point I'm trying to make, right? Like it's just a matter of you, like how choke definitely is what was the word I'm looking for here? It is a statement, right? Like whenever you're bringing in choke against your Dryad deck, you are saying, I don't care about you having a Dryad, I can beat you having a Dryad in play for the rest of the game. But if I am in a situation where I can force you to kill my Dryad, or I can kill my Dryad myself, right? Like if I kill my Dryad myself, like you just basically brought in your Cyber card and spared 3 mana to just do nothing. I want you to kill me with your Valakut if you must. Yeah, exactly. That's the point. It's a lot. It really is a lot. But if you can put together a plan that, you know, can benefit for that, then that's cool. that's perfectly fine. You might get me, but Boil is a significantly better plan than Choke, for example, because you literally don't care about the Dryad if your opponent has no lands. But whenever you have Choke, you are asking for me to just answer the Choke, or just asking for me to just answer my own Dryad, and that's it. We're playing against Matsole, which is a Chalice aficionado, so it's very likely we're playing against some Chalice of the Void deck, or for 4-color Loam or Maverick or something like that. Mats is very good at playing that kind of deck. So we're in for some very, very interesting Magic. I think I'm taking Yasharn here. I guess I'm taking, no, just the draw 2. I guess it's worth it. We can't get Apparition if Matt is indeed playing one of the Maverick style deck. Oh my god! Are we playing some sort of pseudo mirror? F's in chat for me. So I guess that with this trigger of the stack, we just have to plow the Titania. I guess we're not gonna be able to beat an extra 5/3, which is unfortunate. If he has prime time or something, we're pretty fucked, but Elvish Rejuvenator is interesting though. Balanes, Blackstones, sweet. Not playing around Blast Zone. If you can Blast Zone, you got Matt. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Oh, Sir John, was that you that we just faced, that we just played against? That's great. Yeah, Sevin's was insane, right? Sevin's was so good there. Man, it kind of sucks. that we drew the Vesuva. All the wastelands. Pig. Change of plans. Is Reclaimer beat time? Ah, that's a brutal top deck. I guess that... No, yeah, he already had it anyway. Well, that's a good draw. So he's bogging here. Which honestly feels kind of fine to me. Pig, yeah. So now his Heath isn't locked, but he doesn't have any good blockers for next turn. And we get a 5-3. So I guess I want to play around him having... I'm gonna go with Wasteland. I'm gonna play around him having like an answer to my field. Like naturally top decking a Wasteland. Yeah, good night, Sir John. Thanks for hanging out. It was fun. The lands matchup is always super interesting. Huh. So this forces the action. Yeah. Sweet. Rejuvenator is an interesting addition to the deck. I am thinking that Mets doesn't have a Dryad package. Because of how he played and like the trades that he was making and stuff, I suspect that he doesn't have a Dryad package. I could be wrong about that though. Oh, I wanted to cut Thalia. I forgot that I have Thalia in my main deck now. It is possible that he has a Thalia. He doesn't have a Dryad package. When I die, I want my plaque to say, Francisco, may the Temple Garden playable in Legacy. That's what I want my plaque to say. Brutal. When opponent's start is a lot better than mine. It's not the worst. So I'm not threatened by my opponent playing Titania here, so we can use the plow on the Reclaimer there. Next turn is going to be tricky though, because if he does have Titania, then we're going to be in trouble. It's rough. Maeve Temple Garden Playable Legacy, quotation marks. I mean, I guess I'll take the quotation marks. I know, I can identify when I'm playing in borrowed time, right? We can actually beat this. Dryad beats this. And he didn't search for a wasteland. Good, good, good. Got him. Good, good, good. Got him. Good, good, good. Got him. Pew, 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 pew. Cataclysm, anyone? That was hot. Honestly, playing the mirror just makes me very happy. That reminded me of the first time that I played the mirror with Titan Bile. It was an absolute delight. Okay, so we went 2-3 in the first league, started 2-0, then lost 3 in a row, then we went 4-1 in the second league. That should be illegal. That was fun, right? Like, my opponent resolved the prime time. Their opener was a lot better than ours, but just, I mean, that's the power of the Dryad package. It's not a joke that I have this just chilling in here in my deck, right? This is a real thing. This is a real thing, and when you get access to 7 copies of Zenith, like, you really see how, like, your opponent can do whatever the fuck they want, but, like, they're dead. It just doesn't matter. They can do whatever they think that is cool, but... So... Yeah. Green-white twin. Basically, yeah, it's basically green-white twin. It's basically green-white twin. Okay, so after probably like... I don't know if it was like 10 leagues that I've had this card in my sideboard, and today we drew it like 3 times, and every single time that we drew it, it was just like incredible, like absolutely backbreaking, busted. So okay, I'm really into this card. I think that this card is a perfectly fine inclusion, and yeah, I think that this is the grindy card of choice. Like the power of this card really showed off today. As far as the rest of the deck, Thalia is kind of weak. There's also like the eternal questions, right? Like, how do we actually make it so we can play, you know, 4 copies of Flagstones? Like that is the eternal question. Like, I wish I could have 4 copies of this, but unfortunately that's just not an alternative for us. Not playing Valakut Dryad, just like Mats was doing right there, is not something that I completely discard. Like, it's possible that going for something that's a little bit more like that could be a good idea. I still think that this package is just powerful enough that it's worth including. But maybe we could cut like one of the Dryads and just have it as a tutor target. The thing is that usually you play the Dryad and it very reliably dies on side, so definitely Silence is great. Hushbringer, we didn't play against any deck where Hushbringer would have been good, so we'll continue working on this card. We'll continue testing. Spirit of the Labyrinth, it's fine. Fairy Macabre, I kind of want a 4th graveyard card. Maybe a 4th copy of Fairy Macabre, maybe Surgical, and maybe a split of 3 and 1. Not so sure how good Arasta is anymore. One thing that I wanted to point out is the fact that we did lose to True Name Nemesis, and it didn't look particularly close. Like, we definitely have a hole in the strategy regarding True Name Nemesis, which is something that kind of translates back from Maverick. Like, Maverick has a really tough time answering True Name Nemesis. That's why most Maverick lists nowadays are splashing black for Plague Engineer, because that's a very clean answer to True Name for sure. The issue is that, number 1, I don't want to splash, and number 2, maybe we can find a roundabout way to fix it with something like Council's Judgment, which is a very, very inefficient card, but it is probably the only way that we can answer True Name. The only other option besides True Name would be Holy Light. For those of you that don't know what Holy Light is it's an obscure one. 3 mana, non-white creatures gets -1/-1. This doesn't kill anything of our deck, so maybe this is also a consideration. Pretty solid against elves too. The downside is it's a 3 mana instant that kind of does nothing really, so it's weird. Like, it's it definitely is a little bit of a blind spot of the deck, specifically True Name Nemesis. So when everybody was, you know, jamming Okos, like, that's exactly what we wanted to happen, right? Like, when everybody was jamming Okos and we were the Field of the Dead deck, that just felt great. But now that people are gonna be, you know, playing True Names and like Leo Bolts instead, although I guess this is great against Leo anyway, but Dryad. Oh, it kills Dryad. Yeah, whatever. I'm not particularly concerned. Like, if I'm killing my opponent's True Name Nemesis and like some young Paramancer tokens, like, I'm not particularly upset about my Dryad ever dying. Deck's cool though. I am liking this deck. What if we cut the Thalias? The problem, if I cut Thalia, I definitely want to have access to Ganok-Tig in the main deck, I think. So that even though we lose we lose 2 of our hate bears, we at least have access to something. And that we have some extra virtual copies thanks to Crimson Zenith, of course. And that opens up room for 1 more card. Today it's funny, like we saw all the ups and downs of Once Upon a Time. Like we had some situations where Once Upon a Time was just kind of insane, and then we had some situations where we literally lost because of Once Upon a Time, because they were clogging my hand and I just couldn't get rid of them. Yeah, Empire should be able to deal with Valakut Field, making more zombies than tokens. You could play us. Yeah, I'm of course aware that I can. I am of course aware that I can just kill the Empire Master tokens, and I don't care too much about it. But it's kind of like a freebie, right? Like I'm playing. If I'm playing Holy Light, I'm playing it to answer Throne of Nemesis. I'm not playing it to answer Pyro tokens. But it's kind of like a freebie. Like I'm just getting that extra value for free. But what that the thing with Holy Light is that it's an instant, so it's a lot more flexible. And not only that, but it gets rid of multiple true names if they happen to be in the battlefield at the same time. We could also stretch ourselves to splash, but I'm not feeling like that's a good place to go. Yeah, I don't think I can make the mana work. I don't think I would need to add a Siloth Triumph. I would need to add a Scrubland over the Temple Garden probably. Probably not a basic Swamp. But yes, Bayou. And then the Bayou would be over what? Well, now that Oko is banned, yes, Plague Engineer is good against a bunch of the things that people are playing in the format. So that's the banned, the Absent Triumph. Scrubland over Temple Garden. And I guess Bayou over a Forest. I really don't like this. I really don't like that. Fix the fetch lands. Can I cut a basic forest? I really don't want to cut another basic forest. That's too much. Probably have to cut the wasteland. This would basically take care of the slot of Arasta, because that's why I'm playing these cards. Something like that. I guess it's worth exploring. I don't think it's going to be better than playing green-white. Like, we already run out of basics, and we run out of fetchables fairly often, as is. So I'm not convinced that this is just better than what we were doing. But it's worth trying out, though. I mean, that's what testing is about. That's gonna be it for me today, though. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, make sure you hit that follow button. You can get notified whenever I go live. And like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye-bye.